Some veterans in that locker room. Very hard for the young players to lead.
Now here's Iverson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Indiana. Noel, a screen on Lynn. Off the screen, and slam dunk by Noel.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Hornets trail by 5. Screen by Jefferson. Walker the pass to Jefferson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, guys, no secret that Al Jefferson has never been known for his defense. Clark, mostly viewed as an offensive player.
Yeah, he really is strong down in the low post, but last season, Jefferson went out of his way to change that no defense perception of it.
And you know, it's what spurred Jefferson to kind of rededicate to defense when he realized teams would pick on him and make him the focal point of their attack. And for Jefferson and his defense, players know when they are being targeted. So good for Big Al to do something about it.
Now here's Okafor. 10 points for him. Dishes it to Noel. Let's go. Again, Philadelphia.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
So it's the Hornets now after the Sixers pick up 2. Shot clock at 5. Lynn, that's a 2-pointer. And the Hornets miss again.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Now here's Iverson. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Okafor, high post. No good. And Charlotte will come the other way. They host the Kings after this game. Lynn kicks to Walker. Hansbrough dishes to Lynn. Right side Jefferson. Good on the 13-footer. Jefferson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
The 76ers making a switch here. The 76ers leading by 4. Pass to Okafor. Feeds it to Iverson. It's deflected. Here we go, all alone. And finished off by Hairston.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Here's Cannon, and it's Okafor at the elbow. Kicks it out to Iverson. But they get it back. Noel shoots over Lynn, and Allen Iverson the bucket, the assist by Noel. 6 points for Iverson. Hornets trail by 4. Screen by Jefferson. Jefferson, a screen on Iverson, and stolen by Noel. Now here's Okafor. He's got 10. For 3. And it's Iverson missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Walker the pass to Hairston. They get it again. And Hansbrough slams it in.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Here's Iverson after the basket by Charlotte. Clock at 6. Here's Noel. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Charlotte. Carl Landry's checked in for Philadelphia. The 76ers leading by 3. And there's the pass to Covington. He feeds it to Landry. And he lays it straight in. Landry's got his second bucket of the night.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Kaminsky is checked in for Jefferson. Cody Zeller comes in for Tyler Hansbrough. And it's Batum in for P.J. Hairston. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Noel. Now here's Lamb. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Batum for 3. Landry grabs the miss.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitation.
Now here's Walker after the miss from Allen Iverson. They set the screen. Walker with it. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Was shot by Batum, no good. The 76ers leading by 5. Iverson dishes to Boozer. Back to Iverson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Covington. Batum grabs the miss. Hornets have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Lamb, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And Nicholas Batum injuring his wrist last season, he was pushed in the back by Larry Sanders on a dunk and went down hard.
Now here's Boozer. Let's go. Shot's good. Marshall making the play. Marshall's got 3 assists tonight.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Here's Walker. To the paint. Here's Zeller. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, and for Cody Zeller, after that promising rookie campaign, he just did not tear it up in year 2. In fact, his production only improved slightly. But that was mostly due to the increase in playing time. Talented guy, no doubt, just still trying to find his way in the league.
And so Zeller nails both of them. And for Cody Zeller, Greg, there's a reason he was the 4th overall pick back in 2013. He showed the size and athleticism to be a difference maker in college. And Clark, now he has to do it at the pro level as well. And I think people are pretty confident he can.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with those folks myself because he does have the tools. It's now a matter of transitioning and becoming a little better shooting the ball than he's shown.
Outside, Walker. Inside, up off the screen. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Zeller. Now Marshall. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Left side, Boozer. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. Full 24-second shot clock. And And here is Marshall. Pass to Stauskas. Launches it. No good.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
Lamb with the ball. Guarded now by Marshall. And Batum kicks to Zeller. Here's Walker.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover. Really a scorer's mentality. Maybe too much of a scorer's mentality to ever be a great assist man.
He hits the second from the line. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Now, here's Marshall. Passes it to Holmes. He kicks it to Marshall. Pass to Sampson. Left side Boozer. Shot clock at 2. Shoots from the baseline. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Boozer's got 10. Greg talking about Walker. You have to love the way he competes. His willingness, Clark, to put the team on his shoulders and carry him.
Love that competitive spirit of his. They're actually figuring out how to use him best, but he's such a dynamic offensive player. You've got to give him room to be creative at that end.
The pass to Holmes. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, I thought Charlotte went to their bench as much as most other teams last season. Those guys ate up time for the starters, but weren't nearly efficient scoring the ball as you might want them to be.
For the Hornets last season, their bench was weak at times. They just couldn't really score that well.
Yeah, and the Hornets bench was the only bench to shoot under 40% from the floor for the season.
41 seconds left to play in the first half. Over to the left wing. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Lamb.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte, and this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. But you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
They set the pick. The dish now to Stauskas. It's stolen by Kaminsky. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. 76ers on top. They're up by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Carlos Boozer. And Carlos, this is a game that's had some back and forth. Does their approach require adjustments?
Yeah, they're a great team. I mean, we came out great in the first 5-6 minutes. They came back, and then we fought back. We didn't hold our head. You know, we're very resilient, so we're going to keep fighting to the end.
Carlos, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Right out of the gates, it was Philadelphia setting the tone. They put together some nice offensive stretches and at one point led by as many as 10. After one, they held an 8-point advantage. Heading into the second quarter, the wheels started to fall off the cart as they were outscored by a healthy margin, but were still able to limp into halftime nursing a 1-point lead. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, their defense was really inconsistent. They get a stop, then turn around and give up an easy bucket.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will